Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about the Wisconsin State Standards. My name is Sean. I'm going to talk about the Wisconsin State Standards and how it integrates with art education. As you can see here from my picture, art should always start early. It's kind of funny, you can see I'm using the proper marker technique. Academic standards. The Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction defines academic standards as what students should know and be able to do in the classroom. They serve as goals for teaching and learning. Although state standards serve as a model, locally elected school boards are able to adjust the standards in each individual subject that will best serve the classroom. Why are academic standards necessary? As instructors, we must ensure that all children have equal access to high-quality education programs. By doing this, we can make sure that our students get the opportunity to get the skills and knowledge necessary for success beyond the classroom. There are 6 guiding principles when teaching and learning according to the Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction website. Principle 1. The first guiding principle for teaching and learning in Wisconsin is that every student has the right to learn. It is our responsibility as educators. Each child receives a challenging and high-quality education, which maximizes their potential and expands on their abilities and interests. Principle 2. The second guiding principle states that instruction must be rigorous and relevant. Each student, regardless of their age or ability, has to be taught that subjects that surround core knowledge is engaging. What students learn is connected to how they learn and must meet the dynamic needs of all students. Principle number 3. The third guiding principle says that purposeful assessment drives instruction and affects learning. Assessment is an integral part of teaching and learning. No single assessment provides sufficient information on planning and learning. Different types of assessments are necessary and often result in useful information about how a student understands and progresses through the class. Our fourth guiding principle states that learning is a collaborative responsibility. Collaboration benefits both teaching and learning when it occurs on several levels. The first level, we must all collectively prioritize education. Secondly, collaboration between colleagues to help support innovative classrooms and set standards for themselves and students. Lastly, give students the opportunity to work towards academic goals. Principle number 5. The fifth guiding principle notes that students bring strengths and experiences to learning. No two students are alike. Their cultural differences, the learning strengths, their background knowledge, and their experiences each individually enhances their classrooms, schools, and community. Diversity is what makes the world work, and it is our greatest educational asset. Our final principle states that responsible environments engage learners. Responsive learning environments adapt to the individual needs to each student and encourages collaboration rather than isolation. Our Common Core. According to the Wisconsin DPI, art instruction shall provide in accordance with a written comprehensive art curriculum which is based on concepts developed through sensory awareness, aesthetic discrimination, and skill development. Art classes from K through 6 are mandatory, while 7 through 12 are elective. Practical use. By the end of 8th grade, art standards state that a student will know about the styles of their own and other parts of the world. An activity example might include finding reproduction artwork to be displayed throughout the school, like the M.C. Escher print for the mathematics hallway, or Andy Warhol's Campbell soup can images to be displayed in the cafeteria. Unit goal and assessment. By the end of each semester, all students will have been exposed to design, visual communication, visual culture, and fine art. Assessments will follow the 3 C's: content, creativity, and completion. By having students create pieces to be displayed throughout the school, it will bring art into the mainstream. And finally, standards and assessments. The link between standards and assessments is important in education. By tying standards to assessments, there will be connections that each student will benefit from and will allow them to grow in each subject. Thank you very much. That will be all.